Hey Virgo, welcome to May 2018. I apologize that this video is coming out a few days late. We did finally move to North Carolina towards the beginning of this month. I actually didn't officially get to our new place until May 3rd because I was finishing out my last job before coming here. So it's been a little hectic this week with being surrounded by boxes, trying to unpack and get our lives back in order. And also I'm searching for a new job, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, so I have your cards laid out for May. And I'm sitting on the floor and I have this shelf thing on top of some boxes here. It's a really rigged situation here. I'm sitting in front of a blocked off fireplace at our new place. But next month I am hoping to start doing the readings on the beach. I was going to do these on the beach this time, but the weather's been kind of crappy the last couple days, so just gonna have to deal with how it is this time. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go right into your reading, okay? All right, Virgo. So let me just get this situation figured out here. Okay. Perfect. Okay, Virgo. So this is how it laid out for me. So I'm going to turn these around to face you so you can actually see it from that perspective. So where's my pointer? Okay. So I have the Six of Pentacles upright. I have the Eight of Wands reverse, upside down. I have the Two of Pentacles upright and the King of Swords in reverse. So this is a very interesting month. It seems like the theme of the month for you is learning to accept help from others. I'm just trying to figure this out a little bit better. Okay. So yeah, learning to accept help from others. So this is a card of give and take. So it could be encouraging you to be more generous, but I'm actually feeling like this is more about being willing to ask for help when you need it, putting your pride aside and accepting help from others when they offer it to you. Because, you know, this is a world of give and take, really. So this may just be your time for needing to receive help or assistance from others in your life. And you can always, you know, pay it forward in the future by, you know, giving back either to those people that had helped you or, you know, giving back to other people in your own way who also may be in the situation that you're currently in. You know what I mean? So it kind of feels like this is like the overlaying theme of the month, because it almost feels like you think that you have to do everything on your own, which actually that message didn't really come up to me until I started recording this. This is interesting. So it kind of feels to me like you feel like you need to do everything on your own in order to get things back in order, back to what you consider like homeostasis for you, like what is the most stable point of being. Like maybe things were kind of shaken up last month, or maybe you're going to start experiencing things kind of shaking up this month, and I feel like you are desperately trying to find your footing again. So this is saying that when it's upright, it's saying that you've got, I mean, clearly you have a lot of things up in the air, basically, is what's going on. You're trying to juggle a lot of things. things are just obviously up in the air. When it's in reverse, I kind of feel like you are wanting to get a lot of things done all at the same time, but it's saying to just hold off on doing anything if you can. Don't do things just to do things and get them over with, basically. I would just address the things that are most important this month that need to be immediately addressed, and hold off on handling things that are not of, immediate importance. Because then later in the month, it feels like there's this desperation to, get things back into balance. So, it kind of feels like, you're really excited or really anxious to put things back where they need to go, to take care of a lot of things that are just kind of sitting in limbo at this moment, and trying to get balance out your finances, or balancing out different aspects of your life. Like maybe things in your life have been kind of rattled a little bit, which may possibly happen because Uranus, the planet Uranus, which is considered like the planet of like chaos in a way, is shifting signs in the middle of this month, which it doesn't do. It only does this like every 7 or so years. So the fact that it's shifting signs is very significant for us as a whole. So we all may feel a little bit rattled in the middle of the month. And so you're kind of desperately trying to get things stable again, is what it feels like. When I see, I feel like there's an anxiousness to get everything done right away. And there's a desperation to make sure everything is back to being perfect again. Which we had talked about last month, about this need for perfection and whatever that may mean in your own mind. And realizing that there's no such thing as, being perfect. And even if you feel like you've gotten to that point of perfection in your life, something is going to come along and throw you off balance, because that's just the way life is. You can see she's standing on a seesaw and perfectly balancing these pentacles. And here's this little cat about to jump on a seesaw and throw everything off kilter. So this is more so about life is, life may be quiet for a while, and you may feel like things are, chill, and you're back to stabilizing the craziness of your life, and there's no hiccups going on, everything's mellow. There's always going to be something at some point in your life that's going to stir things up again, and it's all about what your reaction is to when something throws you off balance. So I feel like the second half of the month is all about this. What is your reaction to being thrown off kilter? So I would really pay attention to that this month. I will also suggest accepting help if it's being offered to you. Don't feel guilty in accepting help. Just extend your gratitude and know that when you can repay them if they feel like you need to repay them. Because really, when people offer you help, yes, it's making you feel good because it's relieving some stress in your life, but it also makes the person that is offering the assistance, it makes them feel good as well. So you're doing them a favor by accepting their help. And only if they want to give to you is when it is most beneficial for the both of you. I wouldn't try to force somebody into, you know, this feeling of entitlement where you feel like they have to or they owe you or whatever. I wouldn't approach things in that manner, but I would be, just don't be afraid of asking for help in the beginning of the month, because it feels, looking at this card, it seems like you need that help. And it'll help to relieve the stress of getting everything back in order again. Knowing that you can have a little wiggle room, have a little breathing room to address what's most important. And then also knowing that, later down the line in the month, you don't have to react the stress won't be as extreme if you accept help or if you go and ask for help from others. And that will help you later down the line in this month, because it seems like the seesaw is going to rock in the second half of this month, and we need to figure out how to find our footing, through all of that. And it's perfect because we have the King of Swords in reverse. When I see this card, when it's upright, this person has done the research, has, mastered the mind in his or her own way, extremely intelligent and wise, and will offer you advice if you ask for it. When it's in reverse, it's kind of like unsolicited advice, like you didn't ask for the advice and yet they're giving it to you, or they're doing that. It's the kind of person that will make you feel like you don't know anything and they know everything. It's the kind of person that is not willing to accept any input from others. It's like the opposite of wisdom. It's like someone who is arrogant in their knowledge, and acts like they know it all. Someone who is not willing to accept any advice or assistance or, help from others, and thinks that they can handle everything on their own. When I see this in reverse, I think of number 45. I'm not even going to say his name, but this is the kind of energy, like this, relentless arrogance, basically thinking that you know everything and you're not willing to, hear the advice of others, or, just making decisions without fully thinking things through, just like this arrogance, and you feel like you need to, like it's important to give your opinion when it's not needed, those kind of people. So it kind of feels like this is a possibility for later. There's like this irritation, this agitation, this arrogance, only wanting to, do things your way. You think the only way to do things like that, is coming up later in this month. So there's like this kind of control that's coming about, because you want to get things back to what you consider to be stable, what you consider to be back in balance, and you only want to do it your way. So this could be all about accepting assistance through advice, maybe going to a financial advisor later in the month to accept assistance. So just, being willing to be open to the assistance of others in ways that aren't just like monetary, ways of helping you out, or it could also be ways of helping you think your way through certain situations, because I feel like there's a lot of anxiety here. There's a desperation to keep things, back in balance, restable everything, and because of that, that's causing this agitation and irritation, and you don't want to hear what anyone else has to say towards the end of the month. And I checked the bottom of the deck here, and it seems like this is where you could be heading if you do not accept the assistance from others. You know, trying to take on everything yourself is going to cause you burnout, is basically what this is saying. So this is all about working with others, you know, learning how to, you know, get yourself to this place of what you consider is a perfect balance through working with others. And you don't have to do everything on your own this month. You know, this is all about working with others. This was at the bottom of this was underneath this one. And then we have the Magician right underneath that. So that's telling me, like, the way to avoid burnout this month is by working with others and accepting help from others, and balancing the responsibilities this month, not feeling like you have to do everything yourself. And that will help you to, you know, let go some of those burdens so that you can create space to bring in what it is that you want to create for yourself. You know, it's almost like you're like finishing up something so that you can create something else, in a way, is what it feels like. So that's great. That's what's coming for you. But it's like, once you get to this point of being able to, you know, really manifest something new for yourself, like, do you want to approach that from a place of exhaustion and burnout? Or do you want to be feeling revitalized, refreshed? You want to feel at your best, learning the lessons that you need to learn, understanding that, you know, you don't have to do everything on your own, and it's okay to ask for help and accept assistance from others. Or, you know, do you want to be completely exhausted and try to do everything yourself and learn nothing, and, you know, probably piss off people in the process? You know what I mean? So it's your choice how you want this to go. So I hope that this helps you this month. Let me know how everything pans out for you, and I look forward to reading you again in June. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.